In the 1830s, President Jackson pressured Congress to pass the Indian Removal Act. This act authorized the removal of Native Americans who lived east of the Mississippi River to lands in the west, so that the land could be open to farmers. Congress then established Indian Territory in what is now Oklahoma, where natives could live. In order to help manage Indian removal, Congress approved the Bureau of Indian Affairs. The first native group moved to the Indian Territory were the Choctaws. Before they moved, the Choctaw leaders were forced to sign the Treaty of Dancing Rabbit Creek. A Choctaw woman, remembering the trip, said the awful silence that showed the heartaches and sorrow at being taken from the homes and even the separation from loved ones. The Cherokee, another group forced to move to the Indian Territory, believed they could avoid removal by adopting the culture of Americans. They did this by building schools and teaching their children English. The Cherokee even started publishing newspapers in English. However, once gold was discovered in Georgia, their efforts were ignored. Georgia militia began attacking Cherokee towns when they refused to leave. The Cherokee sued the state when their towns were destroyed because they believed they were an independent nation. Finally, in 1838, the Cherokee were forced to march on what became known as the Trail of Tears. On this trip, the Cherokee traveled on foot, by horse, and partially by boat. Many of the Cherokee suffered from disease, hunger, and harsh weather conditions on the 1,000-mile march. By the end of their trip to the Indian Territory, about 5,000 Cherokee died. There were many other Native Americans that resisted removal, and some decided they would rather fight U.S. troops instead of leaving their homes. The Second Seminole War was a result of resistance to removal. This battle began when a Seminole leader called his followers to resist removal. After about 4,000 Seminole were removed or killed, the U.S. officials gave up. Today, because of the Seminole resistance, some of their descendants live in Florida.